Majo John Madden in the central square of the gorgeous Alameda Park on the west end of downtown Orizaba. Beauty of this thing is the kids can rent these mechanized carts for 50 pesos an hour, which is less than about 4 cents American. So it allows kids of whatever financial means to do what middle class and upper middle class kids get to do if their parents shell out a lot of money at the Coppel store at Christmas. I saw a lot of them going out of there. This statue here is to Ignacio de la Llave, who I guess was a revolutionary hero. The gorgeous theater at the other end of the downtown is named after him. And there's the cable cars that come down from the top of Cerro de Borrego up there down to behind the Palace of Government, which is the most iconic building here, designed by George Eiffel. This square is a tremendous center of activity. This morning I got a couple of videos of a Zumba class. It's really great. Probably 100 women out here really pumping. With that backdrop, want to make an observation about what the Buddhists call the great heart of sadness. My car is parked right over there somewhere. And I've been frequenting a coffee shop across the street from my car. I've been hovering by that coffee shop today because probably my best friend, certainly my best new friend in Orizaba after just 2 weeks here, is experiencing a life crisis. She's the manager of a store in town, and I knew that she never seemed real happy around work. I've seen her there several times, but I did not know she was under a tremendous amount of stress, and she lives right in this neighborhood. And when I contacted her this morning saying, "Hey, are you at work? Do you want to go for a walk?" She said, "Well, I actually resigned my job yesterday." And I've been in tears and also a big smile. So the Buddhist great heart of sadness. I walked in on a conversation at the great Buddhist center in Chicago, the Shambhala Center, the lineage of Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, who ended his life in Boulder, Colorado, many years there. And they have a big center in Boulder. And Pema Chodron has made his work awfully famous with especially a book called When Things Fall Apart. And so their Shambhala Center in Chicago was right near where I was living. We're going back 25 years ago. And I had just gotten off the L after helping to make funeral arrangements for my baby stepbrother, who died in his 30s, I guess, of complications of a transplant, what is the kidney transplant, which killed his mom and at this point 3 of the 5 boys in my brother's family. So it was a sad day. It was a really sad day, and funerals have a way of bringing out all the worst dynamics in a family, and that was sure true of my family. My mom was super stressed out. There was the renegade son, the black sheep, gonna show up at the funeral? All that stuff was in the air, and I, even though I'm a psychologist and a management consultant, felt like all my tools were of very little help. I did not know how I was going to be able to help any of that go well. So I walked into the Buddha Center, which I passed many times and heard good things about, looking for help. And I got there late, and they were in the middle of a talk about the Buddhist great heart of sadness. And I said, "Gee, I'm sorry, I missed the talk. Can you just tell me what that is?" And the teacher said, "Imagine that you're on the banks of a river and your children have fallen in and you have no hands." Yeah. So imagine what that would be like. Well, I'm kind of feeling that way today. This friend of mine is too new a friend to feel real safe with me. She did actually accept a really nice hug the other day when I offered it to her, so that was a really good sign. But in my 1-year experience with Mexicans, two things I observed is that they are conflict averse, at least your average Mexican. Now, middle and upper middle class Mexicans are a whole different deal. But the average Mexican is conflict averse, no. If they disagree with you, they're liable to pretend they didn't hear you rather than disagree. Direct conflict is really tough. And I, being a big city person from Chicago and a northerner, even after 16 years in the South in Asheville, North Carolina, I do conflict, and more than I ever have before in my life. I'm just comfortable with it. And they tend to be not comfortable with open expression of powerful feelings. I don't think even in the families, but for sure not in public. For sure not with people they don't know real well. So I've been reaching out to this friend all day saying, you know, I'm pretty good at helping people who are in pain, and please don't feel that because you're still in tears or on the verge of tears that I couldn't handle that, because I can. You might want to do it at your home if you want more privacy. She lives right by here. Or I bet we could find a private spot in this park, although it's kind of jumping today, so that might be tough. So what do I do, you know? I know she's hurting. I wait. She said earlier, I think we could have a good conversation. I want to do that. But then she's gone silent on me. I wait. You know, it's probably too raw. It's the first day. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But the willingness to feel the pain. See, even most Anglos don't like feeling strong emotions. No, don't like being uncomfortable. Middle class folks, the comfort zone is all there is. One ad said home is all there is the most important thing. Well, the home base for the middle class person is comfort zone. Don't make me uncomfortable. So part of the human predicament is we don't like feeling pain. We resist going there, and we're liable to turn the other way when a friend is in pain. We say it's polite, but it's really our own anxieties. Are you willing to hold the pain of others? Pema Chodron and that Tibetan Buddhist lineage use a practice called Tonglen, which takes it radically further. The meditation is you feel the pain you're feeling, whatever it is, as fully as you can. And then you feel that pain for all your brothers and sisters in the world who are feeling a similar pain. Just sit with it. And then release it. Then go back to oneness, go back to peace. But the challenge is really hold it, really feel it for your friends. And it can cause tears on your part. I've been close to tears today about my friend and what she's going through and my inability to help. But keeping my heart open goes a long ways. Yeah. Okay.